Visiting the Boston land, Algonquin, Maine, 2022. 1. Arrival. It's late afternoon. Mount Agamenticus is in shadow. North Village Road. I roll up at a crawl from the south. I park the truck. I open my senses to whatever's here. The car door opens. My boots hit the ground. It quietly closes behind me. No path leads into the woods. I just walk in. Almost immediately, on a dry knoll by locusts and thick honeysuckle, a fragile wood-spindled kitchen chair rests positioned to look towards some stone foundation. The land around it is worn smooth from use, as time washes memory away. 2. I'm eating. A wind blows. Twigs click. There's a voice from the wooden chair. Is it a ghost? He says, I've been waiting a long time for someone. Is it you? Are you hunting for something? Do you need a guide? I'm Nahum Boston, husband of Emily, father of William. I died in 1925, my wife in 1907, my son in 39. Welcome to the Boston's family place. Follow me and look. I will share what I remember. Take what you must. I say, Nahum, I see your name means comforter. I will follow you. He leads me forward. Just down the path from the old barn, we see a family resting place. A wrought iron fenced graveyard, stone posts akimbo, yet standing strong against time. We pause to reckon large spreading oaks, both whites and reds, casting shade forlorn, drying pines spindly, stretching away in all directions. Here are unmarked headstones. By their presence we ponder souls, but with their names absent, their memory is all but gone. Nahum goes quiet. He leads us past the large headstones of Emily and him, their names boldly etched. We see stones of others, Mehitabel, Darius, Sally, Daniel, all of them are Boston's. And then there's Lydia Hutchins, who was married, but whose husband's name has worn away with time. Her relationship to the other Bostons is unclear. Nahum casts around with outstretched arm and says, look at this forest, it's all grown back. They say there were giant chestnuts and pine. My father's father did the clearing. Axe, oxen, and slash fires for years. Yet now the forest is replaced, and again it whispers. He continues. When I was a boy, from these ledgy pastures, you could see Mount Agamenticus from the barn, out on the North Village Road, over the southwest, and the Tatnick Hills to the north. So few trees stood. Yet we see monumental sugar maples, shagbark hickories, basswoods, and of course oaks, holdovers from the pasture days. And Nahum tells us, and we see, the land they farmed with upland fingers and wide drainages all running down toward the Algonquin River. He remembers the cows grazing. It looks nothing like what he remembers when we stand on a knoll and he with a plaintive look, and he, by a stone wall his father built with a family of stout Scotsmen. Look at the Algonquin River down there. The cows used to wallow in that summer water. My sister and me would have to help Dad bring them back to the barn for milking. We spent a lot of time down here. Spring nights, we would catch wooden buckets full of silvery alewives, and during the day runs, we'd get big salmon. You see, people had been doing the same thing for thousands of years. He wasn't in any hurry to get back to his chair. As the wind brushed us, he said something about Mehitabel and Emily and blueberry pie and William's appetite for it. And we walked slowly back to the road. And we passed giant wind-worn sugar maple. He said, we collected from these maples in the early spring to a white oak sap bucket, to on a sled pulled by oxen. In 1893, a runner went into a deep rut. The barrel, sled, and oxen went over, spilling everything. He pulled things together. There were many good runs that year. He made plenty of syrup. Ours was the local favorite. He shook his head and he smiled. And he said, nothing was easy, but this land gave us plenty, and we stayed with it. And here's where we rest. 3, adieu. What can a ghost give me? This memory is but a hug of mist. I pick up a stone and I put it in my pocket. Something hard, tangible. I say, what can I give a ghost? He says, adieu willkommen. I offer to buy him a lobster roll on Route 1 by the beach. He clearly has no taste for that, or wish to ever leave here.